And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome MDRT Second Vice President, 25-year MDRT member, Mr. Brian Heckert.
Good afternoon. This segment of the program will focus on a subject that is near and dear to many of you here today and to members around the globe: mentoring. Mentoring is why MDRT started in the first place. It was a group of successful life insurance agents who decided to meet with the common goal of helping each other share through ideas. While MDRT has a very successful program and our members have adjusted this program from time to time to fit their unique need. Today, we will be highlighting another mentoring relationship that has started in a most unusual way, but resulted in a story so powerful, we had to bring it to you here today. It is another example of the power of MDRT to change lives in unexpected ways. Let me set the stage for you. Our next two speakers met at the 2012 annual meeting in Anaheim, California. Logan Naidu of South Africa is a very successful 33-year member, and he's also been a very active volunteer leader. Yoli Aleman Rodriguez is from the United States and is a 10-year insurance agent who is attending the meeting for her very first time as an aspirant candidate under our current mentoring program. So with that, let's get started. So, let's tell us a little bit about yourself, Logan.
Well, Brian, I grew up in a suburb called Greenwood Park, which is to the north of Durban, in South Africa. I raised my family, and we currently reside in Berea, which is basically about a mile from the Durban city center.
Okay. And how about you, Yoli?
I grew up in a very small farm in the town of Calexico. It's a border town with Mexico and the United States. I now live in Arizona with my husband, John Aleman, who is here today.
Awesome. So how long have you been in business?
I have been in business for 21 years, 11 years in property and management, insurance, and 10 years as an agent.
That's incredible. And you, Logan?
Brian, I've been in the business for over 3 decades. And as you mentioned in the introduction, I've qualified for MDRT for 33 consecutive years.
That's great.
Thank you. Thank you.
So let's talk a little bit about your insurance practice and what markets you're in. Logan, start with you.
Yeah, my clients, Brian, are predominantly small business owners and professionals. We offer comprehensive financial planning, risk, investment, and wellness product solutions. We take a little bit of a different approach to financial planning. We rather do it on a holistic basis, where we help clients to become healthier whilst protecting and enhancing their lifestyles.
That's incredible. And Yoli, how about you? What's your practice like?
Prior to attending the 2012 MDRT meeting in Anaheim, California, my business consisted mostly of property and casualty. Because of this focus, we ranked in the top 50 within my company. After meeting Logan and attending MDRT, we began to practice primarily in retirement plans, health and life insurance services to middle income and low-income families.
Well, that's great. That's great. And we all know that this business of ours is very hectic, and it's not all about the business. Tell us a little bit about your family.
Both of my parents came from very large families in Mexico. My father had 18 brothers and sisters. Yes. And my mother has 8 brothers and sisters. I have 2 brothers. One of them is a nuclear engineer with a PhD. The other one owns a landscaping company. I have been married to my wonderful husband, John Aleman, for 8 years.
That's very good. And Logan, tell us a little bit about your family.
Yeah, Brian, we were relatively poor throughout my childhood. I lived with my mom, my dad, 3 brothers and a sister in a pretty modest wooden iron house without electricity until I was 20 years old. My wife, Susie, who is at this meeting, has been a pillar of support to me ever since we married 34 years ago.
Very good.
Thank you. We have 3 daughters, Sarisha, Linesta, and Navita.
Very good. Very good. Well, Yoli, okay, so tell us, you went to your very first MDRT meeting. What were your expectations? And tell me, how did you meet Logan?
I qualified as a 2012 MDRT 50% aspirant in Anaheim, California. I actually didn't know how I had qualified. The only reason I attended was because I knew that financial advisors from all over the world would be attending. So this was intriguing to me. I certainly wanted to go and see what was going on. During my first session, I had the very good fortune of taking a seat next to Logan. Logan welcomed me with a great smile and asked me if this was the first time attending. I said yes. And he was just so kind. He was so wonderful. He was very inviting. It was amazing. I had a very good experience with him. Logan began to share different areas. He told me that he had qualified 31 years.
Wow.
And I said, wow, how in the world did you achieve that? I certainly wanted to know more, but I was guarded because I had never met an individual of Indian descent, and out of respect not to offend him, I didn't ask more questions. As fate would have it, I ran into him in the second session and then the third session. And by that time I was comfortable enough to ask to take a seat next to him. Logan shared a few life lessons that I had been missing. It was clear to me that Logan had the knowledge, the experience, and the genuine desire to help me achieve MDRT 100%. Logan has been one of the most genuine and authentic individuals I have ever met.
Well, that's incredible. Lucky you got to sit next to him.
Yes.
So, Logan, what was your impression of Yoli when you sat down next to her?
Well, Brian, when I met Yoli for the first time, I could see she was new to MDRT. So I wanted to help her in any way I possibly could to get the most out of her involvement with MDRT and to set a goal to qualify every year. In fact, meeting Yoli took me back to my very first MDRT meeting experience and my hunger for knowledge. I was absolutely, the impact that meeting had on my life was profound. It enabled me to have a balanced life and launch my public speaking career and so much more. I unofficially mentored hundreds of agents, both in South Africa and India, over the past 26 years. And I influenced many of them to attend an MDRT annual meeting. I saw the profound impact this had on their lives. So I was very confident I could help Yoli by keeping in touch. And we communicated via email on our return from Anaheim. What I did not expect, though, was the incredible degree to which Yoli was receptive to my ideas and suggestions. She was like a sponge, absorbing everything I threw away and wanting more. As an example, I would recommend a few books, and she would instantly purchase these on Amazon and basically devour the contents. And Brian, there are 3 really important points, I think, about MDRT's mentorship program. Number 1, there's a perception that the mentorship program benefits aspirants only. Now, nothing can be further than the truth. And I can attest, as a mentor myself, that I have benefited tremendously from our mentoring partnership. And just to give you a few examples, Yoli invited me to speak at a company convention in Chicago last year. This was an amazing experience, and I was able to share with delegates some of the ideas and concepts picked up at MDRT, including visualization. Yoli was also instrumental in getting Logan's Speakers Bureau off the ground with the contract language and the first speaker engagement. And recently, she put me in touch with a Pulitzer Prize nominee, Stella Pope Duarte, to assist in the publication of my new book, Unleash Your Magic. And one final point here, Brian, is that this program comes at no cost whatsoever to MDRT members.
Well, that's incredible. It does really benefit the mentor, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
So now, Yoli, you are an aspirant. You're halfway around the world from Logan. How did this work for you?
Logan has inspired me in so many ways. He covered every area of my life where he felt I needed mentoring. The first order of business was the whole person concept, mind, body, and spirit. Before meeting Logan and having him as a mentor, I was working 12-hour days, 7 days a week. My business, my life was my business, nothing else mattered. Because of this, I was very frustrated. Logan helped me have balance in my life. Because, I qualified year after year with my company travel, but I refused to travel because there's a level called exotic travel, and we had not been able to achieve it. Only the top 100 agents out of 18,000 agents qualify. Yeah. So trips to Paris, Bermuda, and the Mediterranean came and went. I refused to travel. Logan taught me how to have balance in my life. He asked that I not work past 6 p.m. and that I go to bed by 9 or 10 o'clock at the latest, and that I wake up early to feed my intellect and to read. I began reading the Bhagavad Gita for spiritual knowledge, and I also implemented a steady routine workout schedule. Within 6 months of accepting and embracing these new concepts, not only did we achieve 80% aspirant MDRT level, but we also achieved exotic level.
Great.
Yes, yes. So achieving 80% MDRT level was really what we went after meeting Logan.
Very cool, very cool. So finally, let's finish up. And just, Yoli, what is most important about MDRT to you?
My life has drastically changed since MDRT and Logan came into my life. I now feel as if I am part of the world, not just the United States of America. Immediately after having attended my first MDRT meeting in Anaheim, with Logan's help, my husband and I booked a trip to Hyderabad, India to attend the experience.
Great.
While I was there, I also attended a spiritual retreat. It was a week long. Our way of doing business has completely changed. We now have standards to achieve every single benchmark that my company has to offer. They have taught me not only to have balance necessary, but also the inspiration to be a better agent and to be a better wife by spending more time with my husband. Now we have new standards which are non-negotiable. We want to qualify MDRT every single year of my life. And, thank you. And to give back by volunteering in the PGA. My life before Logan and MDRT seemed black and white, and after MDRT and Logan came into it, are in full color. Thank you.
Good job.
Yeah, it has been an incredible journey and a remarkable experience.
And you have a kind of a surprise for everybody, don't you?
Yes. We have qualified 100% MDRT membership to
Full
Toronto,
member.
Canada. Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
Good job. Oh, that's great. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So Logan, what does MDRT mean to you?
Well, Brian, MDRT had an impact on my life beyond anything I could ever imagine. In fact, my first annual meeting in Chicago way back in 1987 was a defining moment in my life. The ideas and concepts I picked up from there helped me not only to excel in my business and personal life, but also to share these widely with others. In fact, it's entirely because of MDRT that I've been blessed and privileged to travel and speak internationally. Now, attending an MDRT annual meeting is guaranteed to ensure that you have a profound experience. And I just want to give two examples from my very first meeting in 1987. The immortal words of Khalil Gibran from the book The Prophet on Giving says, you give but little when you give of your possessions. It's when you give of yourself that you truly give. And this reminds us all of us that are MDRT members, that we have an obligation to give back, to make this world a better place. And one of the ways to do that is to become an MDRT mentor. Then we had the wise words of wisdom from Rabbi Harold Kushner, who said, "It's no use reaching the top if you've got no one to share it with." And this speaks to having balance in one's life and in acknowledging those who have contributed to our success. And Brian, in the final analysis, being a member of MDRT and being part of this incredible organization has had an impact on every aspect of my life. It's made me a better human being. Volunteering on the PGA from my early years and serving on the MCC have given me incredible opportunities to share and give back. Being a mentor to Yoli has been an uplifting experience. It's just been such a privilege to share with her some of the vast resources I picked up from MDRT and to see the incredible impact these have had in her life. And as I mentioned, I also benefited tremendously from our mentoring partnership. I urge every single MDRT member, become a mentor and make a positive difference, a positive change and a positive impact on the lives of all fellow agents. And being part of MDRT is an exciting journey, and I wouldn't trade this for anything.
Very good. Yoli, Logan, thank you for sharing.
Thank you very much.
Excellent. Excellent.